Hi, everyone. Thanks for being here for Virtual Meet the Employer with Penske. I'm very excited for you to hear all the great expertise and experience from our panelists. So, we'll go through a few housekeeping items and then get started. First, please be sure that your microphone stays muted and your camera stays on. If you have any technical issues or questions during the webinar, you can enter them into the chat and one of our team will respond. Use your reactions whenever you can. Share your enthusiasm with our panelists. Lastly, stay adaptable, flexible, and open-minded, and be ready to learn more about your future career. We'll start today talking about how getting hired and promoted within the diesel industry. Then we'll move on to the live Q&A. So be sure you go to Slido and enter code 36878 to submit your questions. Finally, we'll wrap up with more information from our panelists about the opportunities you have at Penske and share their contact information with you. Let's get started. Penske Truck Leasing is a Penske Transportation Solutions company headquartered in Reading, Pennsylvania. A leading global transportation service provider, Penske Truck Leasing operates approximately 330,000 vehicles and serves customers from more than 1,100 locations in North America, South America, Europe, Australia, and Asia. Product lines include full-service truck leasing, contract maintenance, commercial and consumer truck retails, used truck sales, transportation and warehousing management, and supply chain management solutions. Visit www.pensketruckleasing.com to learn more. First on our panel today is Brad Taylor, a district manager at Penske. Brad Taylor is a transportation leader with 20 plus years of experience with Penske Transportation Solutions. Brad is the district manager for Penske in the North Florida district. As the district manager, Brad works across all functions and leading district initiatives and building strong relationships with customers, associates, and vendors to drive business results, and building strong and for coaching and mentoring associates while leading and facilitating long-term strategic planning for the district. Brad is a graduate of the University of Southern Mississippi, where he received a BA and MA in sports administration. Brad has been involved with Skills USA for the last 3 years, actively participating in Skills USA state and national competitions. Also joining us today is Rick.labadie. Rick.labadie is a transportation leader with 21 years experience with Penske Transportation Solutions. He is a recruiting manager at Penske who leads the talent acquisition team for the USA and Canada. Rick is a graduate of Northwood University, where he received his BBA in business management and marketing. Rick has been involved with Skills USA for the last 8 years, actively participating in the Skills USA national competition. Rick is an active member of the National Diesel Technical Committee, where Penske is also station chair for the diesel competition. Rick is active in the community, coaching young sports, and a member of the Sons of the American Legion. Thank you for being here today. To get us started, can each of you tell us what you look in for future employees that want to get involved in this industry? Mr. Taylor, we'll start with you.
Okay, great. Thank you for the great warm introduction. I would say that the number one thing that we look for, that I look for when we're hiring anybody looking to get into this industry is a thirst for knowledge, a desire to continue to improve and grow as an individual, someone who wants to learn and continue to develop as a human being and an employee, and will take on additional technical training or personal and professional training to grow and continue to get better every day. That's the first thing for me. Rick, what do you think?
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be in front of everyone here from Florida. To what Brad was saying, absolutely. We're looking for a will-do attitude, strong attitude, willingness to do whatever it takes to take care of our customers. That's really our foundation of our company, is to take care of our customers. Somebody that has a mechanical aptitude, willingness to learn, and wants to grow. That's the type of person we want on the Penske team.
And to follow up on that, what are some ways a future employee can get a head start to be successful in this industry?
I mean, from my standpoint, definitely getting involved in your local high school, your chapters, automotive and diesel programs, collision repair programs, getting some type of hands-on experience, whether it's tinkering around with your automobile or, working, getting hands-on type of experience. Those are the type of folks, that's going to get you a leg up. learning as much as you can in your programs there in Florida. That's going to get you a leg up to what we're looking for. You're going to get the basic training where you're at. We're going to take it up a notch. You're going to get constant training, ongoing training with Penske. And that's going to, kind of, you set the foundation at the school level there, where you're going to school, and then take it to the next level.
Absolutely. And, to Rick's point, the technical skills that they'll learn at the school, and working through the education, along with the professional skills and the developmental skills that you work with, that you learn as being a part of Skills USA, would absolutely put somebody in a great position to come to work with Penske and in the industry too. Sorry.
So before you even get into this career, you have to go through the interview. So how can a potential employee prepare themselves for an interview?
Just doing prep work, practice, right? Work with somebody else to partner with somebody that can prep you for interview questions. To me, it's, you're come prepared, get a resume put together. As a student, even at the high school level, you can put resumes together, things that you're doing, volunteer work or other things you're doing in the community. Work experience, definitely look at that. What we look for, is how you present yourself during an interview process, right? We're looking for a good attitude, aptitude, willingness to learn, selling yourself. That's a big thing of what we're doing. Sometimes, prep work is the biggest thing going into an interview process that any advice I give to any student is, come prepared, knowing research on the company that you're going to be, exploring, understand how they operate. That's good. That's going to sell you and get you a leg up where we're at there too. But, definitely being able to sell what you've done, that's going to help you out in the long run.
Absolutely. Again, to Rick's, absolutely everything Rick said, and being able to speak to your experience, explain it clearly, what you've been able to do, and then I would say, if you could speak to having a little bit of a vision for what you'd like to do in the future. It doesn't have to be long term, what you'd like to do for the rest of your life, but where you see yourself or what you'd like to do over the next couple of years, and then having some good questions and making the interview interactive. Being able to ask questions about the company, ask questions about a career, about the industry. All of those things will help make the interview more conversational and just more comfortable for everybody.
Okay, let's see. So we're all aware that electronics and stuff are starting to get their ways into cars and all that. With technology advancing every day, how do you see new technologies being used in the diesel industry?
Well, definitely we're using it every day, diagnostic repair. It's no longer, our industry is no longer tearing down engines, rebuilding. It is diagnostic repairs. Everybody using the computers today. That's first and foremost. If you can get that understand that, you're going to go a long way in our industry for sure. So it's already here. Definitely electronics and how our equipment operates. It's all run through computers really at the end of the day, and it's sophisticated too at the same time, and it's continuous learning and learning how to operate the different types of equipment that we have. That's the key, right? So Brad, maybe you want to chime in there too on that.
Absolutely. Yeah. If you think about the evolution of the diesel engine or the automotive engine over the last 10 years and the amount of electronics and sensors that are now inside these engines and all over the trucks, being comfortable with electronic components, being comfortable with software and diagnostic techniques and diagnostic software goes a long way. Having a skill set of being able to interact with computers and leverage computer technology will help you go a long way. It's as much as it is turning wrenches and repairing the parts. Once the parts have been identified, it's getting to that part of identifying which part has failed or which sensor has failed or what needs to be replaced. If you go into our shops over the last 7-10 years, we have made a massive investment as an organization in technology, in our diagnostic capabilities, in our diagnostic training of our associates. If you look at our auto meters and what we're using to test the battery power and the things of that nature in the trucks, it's become we've taken a massive step forward from a technology standpoint, and it's not just about the tools in your toolbox anymore. It's as much about the electronics and the diagnostic software and all of the other electrical technical technology that we're using every day in our shops. One of the things that we'll probably highlight later on when we go through our presentation is that as an organization, we are trying to get away from having paper inspection forms or preventive maintenance forms, or we have completely gotten away from it. And now our technicians wear a headset that tells them what step to go on next, so that we stay in order, that we don't skip any steps, and so that there's a digital recording of everything that we do to the trucks, and everything is captured electronically for the maintenance records of the vehicle, as well as helping us become more efficient with our labor in the shops. So that's just a small piece of the technology investment that our company's made, but there's a lot of companies across the industry that are making very similar adjustments as technology is starting to drive the way we repair diesel and automotive engines. So, yep, technology is a big thing. Absolutely.
Awesome. What made you want to go into this industry, and how did you get started?
So for me, I didn't really know a lot about the industry or about Penske when I started. I was a referral from a friend, and then I'd say within a few days of starting, I realized that this was an awesome industry, an awesome company, and it has fueled a 20+ year career for me. It's every day is challenging, every day changes, and the people that we interact with, that work with us every day within our shops and within our buildings, and our customers are all fantastic. And so, it's the people that drives me to come to work every day in those interactions. Rick?
Yeah, from my standpoint, I'm from Michigan in the Detroit area, so the automotive capital of the world. And with Roger Penske and his presence here in Michigan and the racing side, really, that's where I came into love with Roger, what he's done with in the city of Detroit, and obviously in the racing side, the IndyCar, and then the NASCAR side. I was, huge racing fan. It's like, this is what I really wanted to do. And, finally got into it and started as a management trainee in Detroit. But as Brad alluded to, Brad's been here a long time. I've been here a long time. But at the end of the day, our organization is a very stable organization. I really fell in love with the transportation side of how much we can touch. You don't even understand what goes into the essential piece of how we've been able to operate, over the years. We're touching every industry pretty much, to the grocery stores, to the medicine that anything that comes on the truck. And being part of that is awesome, right? And what Brad was saying too is, the people that we work with, is a machine that keeps this organization going. The human capital, you hear that from Roger Penske a lot. Without the human capital of our company, we wouldn't be as successful as we are today. So definitely, that's a big part of the reason got into the industry. For me, it was more of the racing side, but then really understood the meat and potatoes of our company and our industry around the transportation side, for sure.
Okay. All right. We are now going to take some questions from our participants. Be sure to go to Slido and enter code 36878 to ask your questions. We dropped that event code in the chat, so you can also reference it there. Caroline will be sharing your questions with us.
All right. Let's see what we have here. Oh, here's a good one. So earlier you were talking about the new advancements in technology that you've been using in the diesel industry. What new up-and-coming technologies are you excited about personally?
You know, there's a lot of talk and a lot of excitement around automation of the diesel of the driving to make it to where the trucks will drive themselves. I see that still down the road. I don't see that right away, but I think the ability to take some of the errors that are created by drivers out of the trucks, as well as keeping the trucks moving on time and consistently across the country, will have a big impact on the industry down the road. I think automation is probably the thing that everybody's the most interested in down the road within the transportation industry. Rick, do you have a different perspective?
No, I would agree there. I think we're all waiting for that to happen one day. I don't know, and at least in the trucking side of it, it's going to be probably longer than the automotive side, but that is in the horizon. You know, the other things too that is really cool to see is predictive maintenance, right? So knowing when that truck may have to, go down or whatever, for whatever reason needs to come into the shop. We already have a lot of that technology out there today that it's going to be implemented out there, which we're excited, and that's going to help the uptime of our customers, knowing, okay, we know when that truck's going to potentially have to go in the shop, we'll need to make sure we make arrangements so we're keeping their fleets going too. So exciting stuff around that. But definitely the autonomous vehicles, hopefully we'll see here in the near future.
To add on to what Rick was just saying, one of the things that I'm excited about, and we're getting better at it every day, is the remote diagnostics of the vehicles and our ability to diagnose a truck over the road from a different building or from a different facility and get the feedback back and forth from the truck as we try to repair it. It'll help our technician know what to do before he gets there. It'll help them know what to bring with them before they get there. It'll speed up that downtime and keep these trucks moving and maximum uptime for our customers as they try to move these products across the country. So we're getting better at that every day. That one's going to happen sooner than automation. We're already there, but it's going to get even more efficient here really soon.
It is very exciting to think about what the future brings. Let's see another question. All right. A lot of students who are in high school don't really know what they want to do in their future, and they're concerned that they won't choose the right path. So when did you know you were on the right path with Penske?
No, at least for me, to see with Penske, when I knew I was on the right path, I look at it like we pride ourselves from promoting within, right, as an organization. So to see the different steps I've taken throughout my career, I knew this is the place, I can call home, right? Within that first 2 years of my career, I was promoted, right? To kind of seeing the progression over my career, that's where I knew that, this is the place I want to be. And I knew it from then on. So that was 20 years ago. So definitely, when I look at, the organization and, people always ask me, wow, this is a long time you've been with one company. I said, yeah, it is. But I love the people I work with and the stability of our organization. That's the key here, why I continue to stay here.
Absolutely. The stability and the people are the main reason, or really the people is the main reason I have stayed with it and worked here my entire career. I would say within a few months of starting my career with Penske, I knew this was the right place for me. It's a nationwide organization that has limitless opportunities for people to grow and continue to develop as an individual. And that was very important to me. I wanted to continue to grow and learn and just become a better employee, a better manager, a better human being. And this company provides you with all those opportunities to grow. I moved across the country twice for this company and for opportunities. And anybody that comes to work for us in any position has those opportunities to grow, to move into the next position, and to continue to really explore who they are as a human being and what they could do next with their lives. So I think it's a great company, obviously.
All right, let's see what else we have. All right, so you were talking about growth in your career. What was the greatest challenge that you had to overcome? What was your process for working through that so that you could reach that level of growth that you needed?
I might need a second to think about that one. Rick, you have anything on the top of your head?
Well, I just look at, a few years back and really in the last year, it's put a challenge on our leadership, with COVID, right? We had to change how we operate our business as an organization and in the world. We had to think about how do we work with others and, in challenging in times we're in, right? So this challenge, as a leader of the company, this has been probably the most challenging time we've ever had as an organization. And how do we overcome it, right? Penske is, considered an essential business, so we've never really stopped in, but we had a maneuver and shift the way and shift and pivot things on how we operate. And it's been a challenge, especially, on our leadership team too, but on our associates too. And how do we end up working together? That's the key to take care of our customers. And it's been tremendous in the environment we're in today.
Absolutely. The last year has been probably the most challenging year of my career within this company. Simply, tell everything that Rick said. We've had to redesign the way that we interact with our customers, that we interact with our associates, and the way that we interact with the trucks and make sure that with the product we're providing is safe and usable for everybody. So it's absolutely been challenging. We've had some great leadership. We've had a great team that's been totally committed to taking the right steps, to doing the right things, to take care of our customers and our associates and maintain our position as an industry leader. So it's been challenging, but it's been exciting and rewarding, to be honest with you. So, yep.
I'm glad that even with the absurd circumstances of this year, that you were able to adapt and your company that you're a part of is still being very successful. All right, now here is a question that is pretty important to me because I have a feeling a lot of students are going to face this. How do you deal with being overwhelmed at work? And what type of process do you use to get through stressful situations?
There are days absolutely where I get overwhelmed. And, there's a couple of things that I do. I have a great peer group that I work with, people who are in my same position and other positions around the country. And I've met them over the years and we've developed close relationships, friendships. We'll call each other and talk through those overwhelming situations. Another thing that I like to do is push away from the desk or from the workstation where we're at, take a walk around the yard, maybe talk to some of the associates and just see what's going on in their lives. It helps me kind of decompress and get back to work. I'm back focused on what I'm supposed to be working on. Rick?
Yeah, I would agree with you, Brad. I mean, that's, there's times where, we have to step away, and that's the best thing around it is step away from the desk, take a walk around and get some fresh air, decompress, definitely, talk it out with others, right? Things, maybe it's one-on-one or with a peer group or something like that. People all are maybe experiencing the same type of stress or, pressure. You talk it out and it's going to make it easier to really, get back to doing our thing. So definitely got to step away. That's my most important thing to do is, in a situation, it is to kind of step away for a minute, kind of take it all in and then, then kind of come back to it.
Yeah, it's easy to become overwhelmed. And I'm glad that at Penske, you have the opportunity to take a step, breathe, and then work through it with your peers. That's really important.
I might ask another thing too, I'm going to put a plug here with the work-life balance with Penske too. I mean, we do a lot of that. We believe in that as a company. Yes, we are an essential business, so we operate almost 24/7, 365 in most of our operations, but you have to have time to decompress and to have that work-life balance as an individual for sure.
Thank you so much for your great wisdom and sharing your experiences with us. I know our audience found the information helpful planning their career path. Now, we'd love to hear from all the opportunities you have to be a part of your company and organization.
Well, thank you. It's been a pleasure to be in front of all the students and instructors here in Florida, and we're excited. You know, as an organization, you know, I want to share. Brad and I would love to share with you an overview of what we offer here at Penske and the great technical careers that we offer here. If you go to the next slide. So as you know, Penske, we're in everything. We're racing, the automotive side, the transportation side, the leasing side, the logistics side. So we touch everything in our organization. You know, from consumer to commercial to logistics, we do everything there. Next slide, please. You know, Roger Penske, you know, many of you have probably seen him on Sundays or Saturdays and racing. You know, that's where his passion was. He started the business as a race car driver, and then became a really successful owner. And we've been in business, you know, over 50 years. And you know, our organization is built on a simple and very clear idea: is always taking care of our customers. You heard it through our conversations today, Brad and I. We always take care of our customers and our associates. Next slide. So you can see kind of our growth. I mean, we started our organization in Pennsylvania, you know, with 3 locations in 1969. If you can click again, there will be another. There you go. To where we're at today, you know, we're over a $9 billion a year revenue generating operation. We're in every major market here in the United States, and we're growing. We have over 37,000 associates, 15,000 customers, well over 330,000 vehicles. And to highlight, you know, what we have, 10,000 of those 37,000 are technicians that work for us in our operations today. Next slide. So these are the type of manufacturers we work with. We're not just working with one OEM. We're working with everybody in the industry. So a lot of our technicians are trained and prepared to work on all sorts of equipment. You know, doesn't matter if it's you know, any type of truck, but also a little bit box trucks, and also our refrigeration units there too. So definitely equipped with that. The different industries we support. So we like I mentioned before, we touch everything from the food and beverage to the industrial, manufacturing, healthcare, automotive, and packaging. So anything you see on your store shelves in the medical industry, you're getting donuts in the morning, whatever that is, we touch. Pretty much everything is on a truck, and that's who we support. A little bit of overview of our Penske truck leasing operations. You know, you probably see our Penske yellow trucks on the road. That's a big part of our business, from consumer to a full service lease. That's what we do. So if you have a customer, we'll say McDonald's, we'll give you an example. McDonald's is one of our customers. You can't tell it's a Penske truck because it has McDonald's on it, right? But if we maintain that truck, you know, we spec out a truck from the ground up. It's like leasing a car, but we do it for the truck side and the trailer side. Contract maintenance is another piece of our business we do. You know, if a customer owns their particular truck, they don't have anybody to maintain it, we would maintain that. And obviously we have to sell our trucks, so we have definitely a used truck operation too at Penske. Our Penske logistics side, so this is a separate one of our other companies that we use. We use dedicated carriage, contract carriage, you know, shipping supplies to, you know, Starbucks. I'll give you an example. We do all the Starbucks stores out there. So everything's on a Penske truck, you know, says Starbucks on it. So we manage all that the drivers on that side. Distribution center management. So we run warehouses. You know, I'll give you another example. Kroger, which is a grocery chain in the Midwest and Central U.S. We do a lot of their distribution center management. Freight management. We run different routes and designing routes for Ford Motor Company, to name a few. And then we also offer professional services to organizations that are out there. Next slide. A lot of opportunity here at Penske, and that's where we're here to talk about, the different types of opportunities we have here at Penske. So we definitely start off a lot of our entry-level talent, typically, from the entry level, getting your feet in the door, is really at a fueler, washer, vehicle detailer. I know it's a little bit cut off here. Primarily what they're doing is washing and fueling trucks at our operation and getting trucks prepared for our customers that are coming in. The entry level, the preventive maintenance tech, we call it, that's our entry level Tech 3. They're primarily doing the preventive maintenance on the equipment, the oil changes and some minor repairs. Our mid-level tech is our Tech 2. They're primarily doing our mid-level tech type of technician work. And then more of our experienced level techs are the Tech 1s and Elite techs. They're primarily doing everything within that truck. Again, we're not doing any tear downs, rebuilds. It's pretty much bolt-on type repairs that we're doing. Then we have different other opportunities, as we call it, a MMT, which is a maintenance management training program. It's a great opportunity where you're going to learn the supervisory, the service management of the location, and that's probably a 11 to 1. I think it's a 10 to 18 month program where they're going to be learning kind of the service management side to get into a maintenance supervisor, then a branch service manager role. So as you can see here, there's progression within this company, and we'll talk a little bit about that. As far as how do you get to the next steps in really through our training program. And ongoing training program we call it technician certification program. Next slide. So this is kind of our core circuit training that as an entry level technician, you're going to get familiar with training and hands-on type of experience. As you can see here, we're touching everything within that core circuit there of the truck and the equipment that we're working on. So these are the critical skills that we look for in what we're training and whatnot. From a safety, preventive maintenance, box repair, battery, brakes, chassis, drivetrain, electrical, liftgate, suspension, steering, and suspension. Like I mentioned before, the PM technician, the Tech 3 is adjusting, removing, installing basic navigation for that equipment. Clicking one more. And our technician, they're doing pretty much more of that type of stuff, but they're doing more of that troubleshooting, basic diagnostics, repair, and intermittent navigation. And our Tech 1s are more of our failure analysis there too. So those are more of that experience level of tech. I wanted to highlight things that we do as an organization. So every other year we do what we call a tech showdown. So similar to how Skills does it, a competition. So amongst our own technicians, so they compete at a local level to get to the area level, to get to the region, to get to the national level. Similar how the Skills works, every year. So we do it on our side, and it's a fun competition. It's a rewarding competition too, and it's a pride competition too. I mean, people are excited to be a part of that. And we're going to be getting the Tech Showdown going again this year. We've already had, I think, close to 1,500 technicians that are already signed up for it. So we're excited to get that going. But really the Tech Showdown is a competition to recognize our technicians for their hard work they do every day. And it gives them a stage to compete and figure out who the best of the best are. We do have a video. I'm not sure if it's going to play or not. Okay. This is a video highlighting the Tech Showdown. This was at our Penske race shop in Morrisville.
The Tech Showdown is a competition that we have at Penske to recognize our technicians and the hard work they do every day, and to give them sort of a stage to compete and figure out who's the best of the best.
This is a race, this is a competition. To get to here, a lot of things had to happen. At the district level, we purely did a ASE type written test. We then had the technicians that placed the highest there come to the area. At the area, they did both hands-on and an exam, and we skipped the regional so that we could make the national bigger.
The person here on this race is awarded for accuracy and for speed, right? We want a very, very quality repair, but we also want to move with as much speed as possible.
The best way to describe it is just bring your A game.
So they have to know if they get a fault code, how to answer questions and how they would go about troubleshooting that through the diagnostic software. And then we also ask them some common questions about the exhaust system itself. We want to develop and hone their skills in those areas. And when it gets to the hands-on, we have to be very specific. So we have a couple of bugs that we put in the vehicle, and they have to use the diagnostic software and their skills to figure out what is wrong with the truck.
The technician has to use proper diagnostics, great muscle memory, just great habits, great diagnostic habits.
The technology on vehicles today is evolving at 100 miles an hour. So their challenge really trying to be very skilled in each and every OEM's software as well as working on the vehicles. So that's what we're trying to hone their skills on, is to make them a very well-rounded technician and really make their ability to diagnose and complete repairs in a much more efficient way.
We have some really sharp techs. We need to recognize them because they are what keeps our trucks going. They're the backbone of our company. This is the best of the best.
A technician's work is never done. You know, trucks are going to break. And so to be able to recognize them like this, I think, is really great for all the technicians we have now and the future ones.
It's fun. We have nothing but fun. We do a lot of great things. Like I said, you're a lot of camaraderie between your people you never meet before. So you're missing out on an opportunity that you have nothing to lose. Everything to gain.
Oh, it's a 10. I would recommend it to anyone, just even if you don't win, just the experience, and from the district level all the way up, it's everybody's great. The training's good. It's a great experience.
As you can see through this disclosure, that was in 2019. So in today's world, in our shops, you will see more, PPE, everybody wearing mask and face mask and stuff like that. So, we're excited to get this going this year. So as we move forward there, exciting times. We pride ourselves on training. You can click again, I think it is. We have definitely, customer supplier OEM training. We have definitely like YouTube type of video, how-to videos, ASC certification, and we have 32 technical trainers. So we're really proud of that. Ongoing training you're going to get at Penske. On average, I think we're right around 40 hours a year additional training that our technicians get. So it's exciting. A lot of it's self-paced, a lot of it's hands-on, and like we bring the OEMs to us. So it's exciting to get that ongoing knowledge for sure. Next slide. We talked about leading technology and training during our question and answer sessions there. If you can go to the next slide. This is another video kind of talks about our voice activated PM process.
I'm awake at night, and we solve those problems.
We position ourselves very much as a partner with our customers. We're part of their business.
With our experience, our history, our 220,000 plus vehicles running around the road, there isn't a scenario that we haven't come up against. We want our customers to be able to sit back and take care of their core business and let us handle the trucks. When you take a look at the shop today and the things that we are implementing, from voice-directed PMs to tablets for the technicians, to an electronic kiosk for drivers to come in and tell us what's wrong with their vehicles. It all revolves around the customer experience.
It's our job to deal with the change, deal with the technology driven by regulation and competition amongst the manufacturers. They're constantly updating their vehicles. We're able now to direct a technician through their preventive maintenance process, completely voice guided.
Steer axle position 105. 105.
The whole goal is to keep that truck in operation for that customer.
When you take a look at our racing team, we can't afford any downtime. Neither can our customers.
With Penske, you can just see the importance of customer service in the organization that does permeate down all the way to the lowest levels. You pick it, you define it, but I'm telling you, that same sense of customer care is there.
When we get a vehicle, one of our key questions is, when do you need it back? We have a work summary that's produced so they know what was done and maybe what wasn't done. So they might have brought a vehicle to us for 3 items. We got 2 done, the other we had to order parts. But it was important to get the vehicle back to them. We have tablets for our technicians to give them everything they need at the point of repair. I could have a technician working on a vehicle, they've discovered another issue. Our new applications give real-time visibility to supervisors. It prompts them to go interact with the technician, understand what's going on, so they in turn can communicate to our customer and determine what they need to do.
The electronic DVIR process related to onboard technology allows the driver to record a defect and send it to our systems. When the vehicle hits our yard, we could have things set up to take care of that problem and get that driver out as quickly as possible.
That fleet of trucks that are going out all day long, any interruption would be us failing a customer. We're not fleet maintenance people. I trust the experts that manage the fleet to do just that.
The day that we can service our vehicles better and maintain them better than Penske, then maybe we don't need them anymore. But they do it right.
We're meeting the complexities, the challenges, the maintenance world head on. We've made unprecedented investment in technology to run our facilities in a way that, again, benefits our customers.
The relationship that we've got with any of our vendors has got to be based on trust. We're going to pick the people that we have the confidence in, and Penske is one of those companies.
Anybody can do it when things are going smooth. But when the rubber hits the road, you need to depend on people. And you can depend on us.
That was kind of an overview of the latest technology that we do here. You know, we pride ourselves as a company, and this is a quote from our CEO, Brian Hard. You know, Penske is a company where people help people move ahead. One way we do this is by promoting a culture and an environment that embraces diversity and inclusion. You know, as a result, we are a stronger and more competitive company that better reflects the customers and communities we serve. We do a lot of different stuff within the community, and we're really proud of that, what we've done over the years in supporting our community partners. Next slide, please. Some of our partnerships that we have, obviously, we're really proud to be a partner with Skills USA. We officiated, signed a national partnership with Skills USA in 2019. So we're excited to be part of the national group, and we've been part of the Skills for the last 8 years. And then another organization we're proud to be a part of is TechForce Foundation, to really talk about our opportunities, our industry, and promote scholarships within that group there too. So really proud partners with obviously Skills and TechForce too. Military partners. So we definitely are a military-friendly employer. You know, we partner with Paralyzed Veterans of America, the employer support of the National Guard, Troops and Transportation, and we were a military-friendly employer. Again, this is probably our 8th year we've been a military-friendly employer that we got nominated for that. So we're excited for our partnership with the military too. So what is it in for you? You know, if you're hired on at Penske, you know, it's great opportunities, great career. You know, what we look for, you know, in any type of person we're bringing onto this team, we're not looking for somebody that wants a job. We want somebody that wants a career with us. And the things that we offer, we got some great rock solid benefits for our associates. You know, great training. I mentioned it before. You're going to get, as a technician, You're going to get upwards of 40 hours a year in training. You're going to be ongoing training because you have to keep up with the latest technology and in the equipment that we work on. We offer flexible schedules. You know, we do offer a flexible schedule where we're a 365-year operation, but we do have different schedules out there. 401k, you know, that's a big part when you start your career. You got to start investing, and Penske's does a great job with company match, employee match there, up to 6%, which is great, especially how the markets have been driven. If you're following the markets out there, it's really positive over the last year, especially with how we dipped around 20,000 to where we're at today, over 30,000 in the Dow. So it's all bottom line to our 401ks with that. 3 weeks off to start off your career. It's great to, we need that. We talked about work-life balance. You got to have that, so we do offer, your first year, you'll have 3 weeks of vacation. And this is another thing that we're happy, is the tuition assistance program. So continuous learning, we do offer tuition assistance and reimbursement there as we move forward. So a lot of great opportunities, a lot of great things that we do offer at Penske. Next slide. And just discount programs too. I forgot to mention that. So you have a cell phone, Verizon, T-Mobile. We offer, almost 25% off a month on your cell phone bills. We offer, if you're looking for an automobile, we're a supplier discount through like Ford, GM, Chrysler. So a lot of great perks that go along with the other things that may not hear about, but definitely take advantage of that at Penske. So what are the next steps? Obviously, we're sharing our opportunities here. You can definitely visit our websites and explore who we are as a company. And then we encourage, if you're interested in our opportunities, to apply online. We have great opportunities within the state of Florida. We're in all the major cities here in Florida, which is great. But if you're looking to explore outside of Florida, the good news is Penske's everywhere. The only states we are not in as of right now is Alaska and I think Montana, which we're slowly getting into Montana, but we're in every state. So if you wanted to head up to the north here in Michigan, you're more than welcome to do that. But I wouldn't mind staying in Florida. Florida's great weather all year round. And then obviously you go through the interview process with us. So with that, that's really our presentation here and who we are. You can learn more. You can follow us. These are our different on social. Definitely take a look at our technician.penske.jobs. That's where you're going to find more information around our technical career paths that we have. Facebook. If you're not on Facebook, follow us on Facebook. Instagram, we're right on Instagram, and then Twitter, and then we got a YouTube page too. So we're all over social. You see some of our stories, and follow us if you can. That'd be great.
Awesome. Thank you so much for all you shared with us and taking the time out of your busy schedules to be part of this event. We are sharing information on the screen now, which we just did, to reach out to the team at Penske for more information. And we encourage you to follow up. Thanks for being part of the virtual Meet the Employer. Join us on February 23rd with Hair Cuttery. Bye.